Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of our Leeds United Career Mode series. I actually enjoyed making last episode a lot, just post-com to be honest, and I was also thinking about it in terms of getting through this season a little bit quicker. And I think post-com is the way to go. Once we get in the Premier League, of course, we will be doing live-com games, but I think just to get past this season, I think post-com is definitely the way to go. So we do have another post-com episode for you guys, and 5 games for you guys today. And we kick things off away at Ipswich Town, which is definitely a difficult game, but I think one that is quite winnable. We're coming off some very patchy form from last episode. Just some things were not clicking in some games, and then they were, and very inconsistent in attack. But we do start things well against Ipswich Town in the first half an hour, or just over the first half an hour. Pablo Hernandez with a fantastic free kick, and I actually went into this season thinking we didn't have any very good free kick takers, to be honest. But Hernandez, despite not having the best free kick accuracy, I am learning his free kicks little by little, and this one pays off. It's not the best free kick, to be honest. It just gets over the wall, like barely. It goes between two heads, actually. It doesn't actually go over the wall, and I think the keeper probably should have saved it, but maybe he just wasn't expecting it to go through at that height. Was probably expecting the wall to do their job, which unfortunately they didn't. But not a very entertaining game. Coming into the closing section of the game, and Alioski had the last chance of the game. You can see 60% possession nearly, 12 shots, 5 on target. A very comfortable game at the end of the day. Ipswich Town not really giving us any trouble, and Hernandez was the man of the match. Of course, I'm not showing you guys any more of the 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point for the Billy Bremner Award. Due to the fact that now it is closed to the public viewing, and you will have to see who wins at the end of the season. A lot of mystery in terms of the points, because so many points still up for grabs in this second half of the season, especially with some of the domestic cups getting into some of the later rounds. You know, we are still in the FA Cup, and I think we're in the Caribou Cup. I have no idea. I know for sure we're in the FA Cup. I think we might be in the Caribou Cup. We actually do have an FA Cup game in the next episode, but that is the next episode, and we are in today's episode, and we do host Millwall, who got up 1-0 at about 20 minutes in. And again, the inconsistencies are showing that some games we do win, and some games we just, I don't know, it's very inconsistent. It feels like two different teams sometimes playing, and that maybe that's due to the rotation, and maybe there is a couple of key players that we do switch out that make the difference, but it is very inconsistent, and we do want to find some consistency. So we definitely didn't go down laying, but I mean, Millwall were very, very good. Here they get a penalty. Jorge unfortunately just pulls down the Millwall defender, the attacker I should say, and gives away a penalty to Millwall. So they could be 2-0 up just before the halftime break. Wiedwald sets himself up. He goes for a chip. Gregory from Millwall goes for the chip, and Wiedwald just has a look at him and says, "What do you think you're doing, son?" A bit like Aubameyang in real life. If you guys saw that, he tried chipping the goalkeeper, completely missed. Ronaldo Vieira, I mean, take a bow, my word. What a hit that is from Ronaldo Vieira, but not only just the hit, but the run. That is a fantastic goal. The run he took with purpose, blasts it as well, and this is just one of my favourite goals I've scored so far. Just puts it to his right there. Makes it, I'd say, harder for himself to score the goal, but goes near post. The keeper's not quick enough to cover that near post. And Ronaldo Vieira, he's now starting to really find his form, I'd say, towards the middle part of the season and now going towards the back end of the season. I really do believe that he's finding his form. He's been one of our better players, so I'm really enjoying playing with him. And like I've said so many times, having 3 quality midfielders and only 2 spots to fill is very, very difficult, but Ronaldo Vieira is fantastic. I'm really enjoying him. As we go into about the hour mark of the game, it is 1-1 now, obviously, thanks to Vieira's efforts, and Kmar Roof makes it 2, and what a fantastic goal this is for Kmar Roof. Not just the finish, which he does actually end up nutmegging the goalkeeper. Nice celebration there from Roof as well. I'm just doing different things with the buttons, trying to get different celebrations going for you guys. But he wins the ball back and makes the run and calls for the ball. Fantastic play from Kmar Roof. Great dedication, great running. Makes the keeper, makes it 2-1 and gets us back in the lead. And for once, we actually seem to be on our way into back-to-back wins. It's been a very long time since our last back-to-back win. In the last episode, I don't think we got one. It might have been the episode before that. So in terms of how many months it's been nearly a month and a half in terms of the career mode, in terms of the last time we got back-to-back wins, and we do look like we're getting it. As you can see here in the second half, most of the highlights are from us. We took control of this game after we went 2-1 up. Millwall were just, I don't know what happened to them at halftime, but as you could see at the end of the game, 58% possession with 9 shots, 4 on target. Despite the fantastic start, Millwall just dropped off the face of the planet, and Saiss is the man of the match. You can see some very good match ratings there for the likes of Ronaldo, Vieira, and Kmar Roof, who were the goal scorers, but Saiss has been fantastic in that cam position. After that Millwall game, however, we do get some news that Pablo Hernandez, despite signing a 1-year extension, is going to join Swansea at the end of the season, because I do believe that after you have less than 1 year on your contract, I think it is, you can negotiate with other teams, and I think in general you're allowed to talk to other teams. It doesn't have to be 6 months left. It can just be 12 to 6 months, and he does have 12 to 6 months left on his contract, so he does get that opportunity, and he will be joining Swansea at the end of the season, which isn't any, it's not too much skin off my hide, to be honest with you guys. Like, I don't mind losing Pablo Hernandez. He did score that free kick, but in general has been playing on the left. He's not very effective. He's good in the cam position, but we do have Saiss, who's my preferred option in the cam position, so not too bad to lose him, to be honest with you guys. Not too upsetting. As we go into this game against Hull City, now an hour in, not many highlights in the first half, of course, other than the goal, which was well taken by, I believe it was Saiss. Kibiki started this game on the back of his performance last episode, and he's really earned his spot, I feel, as maybe even our second striker. Connor Chaplin also played this game coming on off the bench. He is kind of turning into a super sub almost, just a bit of pace towards the end of the game. Ronaldo Vieira trying to make that 2, and we actually did very close get 2 goals in this game. Away at Hull, I thought it was one of our better performances. 9 shots, 2 on target, 54% possession, and 3 wins on the trot. What a fantastic bit of run this is, and Kmar Roof picks up the man of the match. If you notice, the 3 games so far, whoever's played cam, or whoever's finished cam in the cam position, has been the man of the match. First Hernandez, then Saiss, and then Kmar Roof. I believe Hernandez was our cam in the first match. Maybe I'm wrong about that, actually, because he usually plays on the left-hand side. So maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was 3 times it was a cam being the man of the match. And speaking of cams, we start off well with Sami Saiss, or Samu Saiss, I guess it is in Spanish. In the first 6 or 7 minutes, I believe it is, a fantastic thing. Just turns around and just blasts it. He's very, very good at this. I really do like his instant agility off the ball, or on the ball, I should say. As soon as he gets the ball, he's quick. He's very, very quick. He turns around quickly, he gets his shot prepared quickly, and he puts us up 1-0 here against Cardiff, who are definitely not the easiest team to beat. In real life, they're doing fantastic. Not sure what their team looks like in FIFA, though, so very happy to be up 1-0 here. Coming off of a corner, Saiss, again, you see that turnaround and shoot is it's just so good. He just is such a fantastic player to have in the team. Not only is he good at just running the midfield and running the sort of linking between midfield and attack, but he's got a quality shot on him. This is fantastic. Look at that turn. Just first touch turn, bang. Doesn't need time to even set himself up. Just shoots it. Cross goal. And it's just a fantastic shot from Saiss. And he's... I mean, he has been hot and cold this season, but he is in a run of form at the moment, as most of the team is. Cardiff do get one back here in the second half. It's actually towards the end of the game. We did shut up shop a little bit. I was passing it around, not really trying to do anything too fancy, but Cardiff do get one back. A great finish this is. Can't take anything away from that. And they do give us a bit of a nervy final minutes in the game, which I wasn't expecting, because we were very comfortable against Cardiff up until this point. It was almost total domination, probably one of the more dominant games so far. But they did give us a couple of nervy minutes. As you can see, 10 shots, 5 on target for us with 60% possession. And that's, I think, been the key to what we have been doing so far this episode, is the possession has always been on our side. Once again, Saiss is the man of the match, and he gets another cam as the man of the match going into our final game against Sheffield United. And Saiss gets his spot a cam again. Will he get the man of the match? I don't actually remember, so let's wait and see together. Sometimes I forget what happens in the highlights, I'll be completely honest with you guys. But we do play Borthwick Jackson and Anita at fullbacks. Both of them have been very, very impressive. I actually do believe that all 4 fullbacks have been extremely impressive. Ailing and Anita on the right-hand side, and then Berardi and Borthwick Jackson on the left. I think all 4 have been absolutely fantastic so far this season, and just testament to the actual rotation that we have in the team, that the fact that we have 4 fullbacks that are just all world-class and all deserve to play. Unfortunately, here away at Sheffield United, we do concede the first goal of the game. About 23 minutes in, Donaldson scores a header, really, really dodgy header to give away. I believe he was in between 2 of our players when he got it away, and just glancing, it might have even skimmed off our player into his head, or I don't know exactly what happened here, but he just gets, just gets around Calvin Phillips there, and Vidval doesn't see it coming, and he's very, very late to react. Probably one of his worst efforts in terms of the goals he's conceded, so not the best. Anita here trying to get us back in. VIEIRA found him very well. Anita's cross is sublime. The defense goes to sleep, and Pierre-Michel Osago, who's had a quiet episode up until now, picks himself up a goal and gets himself on the score sheet. I think he has scored a goal so far this episode, but he definitely was quiet during these past 5 games, and good to see him back on the score sheet once again. He likes banging them in hat-tricks and braces, but he has to learn to be consistent and score 1 goal at a time, because consistency, I feel, is where Lasaga's got his biggest weakness. Here you can see Saiz again trying to do a turn and shoot just off target this time, not working out as we head into the second half here. 1-1, I was very, very confident. Borthwick Jackson just finds some space. Not sure how he found it, not sure how the defense just opened up for him, but unfortunately we don't capitalize from it. And the second effort from Saiz wasn't capitalized either. But Ronaldo Vieira once again scores an absolute banger. That's 2 for the episode as he starts playing the flute. I don't even know what that is as a celebration. But this is just a sublime effort. This is fantastic. The keeper does get a glove to it, which I actually do like. This didn't really happen in FIFA 17. I like this addition. The keeper actually gets a glove to it, nearly palms it out, but it continues towards the goal and goes in, and he puts us up 2-1 here away Sheffield United, but they were definitely not going to let the lead go away without a fight, and they do give us some nervy last 5 minutes here. Multiple chances they had, and this was probably their best one. Donaldson shoots and puts it wide. Really, really just a terrible effort at the end of the day, and for the first time in today's episode, someone other than a Cam was the man of the match, and it was Vernon Anita, who I think has really hit his stride in this team, and I think is really playing fantastic. And today it's 5 wins out of 5, guys. I was talking about consistency earlier in the episode. What an episode for consistency's sake. What an episode this was. 5 wins out of 5. Away wins, home wins, grinding it out, coming from behind, dominating. Everything was in this episode in terms of our wins, and just a wide array of wins. So I'm really happy with today's episode as we take a 5-point lead at the top of the table ahead of Wolves, who have been so dominant this season. Picked up a couple losses this episode and find themselves in second. Brentford in third. They have played an extra game. Them and Fulham, in terms of the top 6, have played an extra game. But Brentford in third. Sunderland in fourth, of course. Like I said before, Sunderland, to play that extra game, could be 2 points behind Wolves. Fulham in 5th, and then Sheffield Wednesday in 6th. They round up the top 6. QPR is right there, 1 point out of the playoff zone. Reading is 3 points out of the playoff zone. But it is shaping a little bit more, this top 6, and some teams are dropping off in terms of the race for top 6. But things change so quickly in the championship, guys, so I'm not even comfortable with this 5-point lead. But as you can see, 31 games played, meaning we have 15 games left in the season. It's going to be an interesting finish to the season, that's for sure. And it looks like potentially we could be in for a title, especially if Wolves keep dropping the points the way they have been, guys. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy, make sure you do leave a like on it and subscribe if you are new around here. More of these post-coms. It should only be maybe 4 or 5 episodes left in this season, guys, and we'll be in the Premier League, hopefully, and we'll be doing our thing in the Premier League, which is very, very exciting. So thank you so much for joining me today. I understand that these might not be the most entertaining to watch, so thank you if you did watch all the way through. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. I hope you had a good day. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.